Here's what I did as an athlete when I wanted to give up. When I used to play professional soccer, there were a lot of challenging days. Coaches would get on my case, teammates would get on my case, parents, everybody you could think of seemed to always get on my case. And this made me feel so much pressure and made it downright miserable to just go to training sessions or games even. In fact, there were a lot of times that it really pushed me to almost quit. But the truth about sports and about life is that there are gonna be times that it gets tough and you can't quit if you really want it. So here's what I used to do. At Moloteum, we use this thing called triggers. Now, triggers are the people or conditions that you want to prove right or prove wrong by pushing yourself and getting the result in sport. Think about it. You hear about triggers all the time. One of the most famous was Michael Jordan's talking about how his varsity basketball coach cut him from the team and he worked then to prove him wrong. Later on in his career, he then worked to give every fan a show. Now, when I played soccer, I had triggers. I had a coach who told me when I was 12 years old, I would never make it. That made me push myself and work to prove him wrong. And later on, when I eventually did make it, I worked to make my family proud. That's a great example of two kinds of triggers. In fact, they're called dark triggers and light triggers. Dark triggers are people or conditions that you want to prove wrong by getting the results in sport. Light triggers are people or conditions you want to prove right by getting the result in sport. The thing is this though, by making sure you mentally think about these things when you're feeling like you want to give up, they'll trigger you or snap you right back into a place so you keep pushing forwards. Go back to these dark or light triggers when the going gets tough so you emotionally get locked in and keep pushing forwards. For more in-depth training on topics like this, visit our YouTube channel. The link's in the bio.